各位观众，大家好，欢迎大家收看今天的商务英语会话。今天我们要讲的是第13讲啊，谈到应变，我们会谈到一些公司或者是这个职场上面可能会产生的一些变革，还有你要怎么样因应。那最主要当然我们看看他们怎么样讨论啊。那我是主讲老师奚永慧，那我们现在先介绍另外一位主讲老师 Bruce 老师。
Thanks, Wesley. Today we have just Tom and Sarah discussing a problem and maybe some advantages or disadvantages to a new working situation. When two people, two colleagues talk about business, we sometimes say that they're talking shop.
好，那这个片语呢 ，talk shop 啊 ，to talk shop 就是谈一些跟这个工作上面有关的一些事情啊，所以 talk shop 就是商店那一个字啊 ，shop 啊。好，所以我们等一下来看看他们怎么样 talk shop。那我们先看一看今天的短句。
Hi, Sarah. What's up?
Changes are afoot. The store is undergoing a complete refurbishment.
Great. That's good news, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure the end result will be good, but it means we have a lot of work to do and we have to plan for change.
What are the implications?
Well, they are going to begin with our floor and work down a floor at a time. That means that we have the least amount of notice in which to get everything ready, and we will make mistakes that the other floors will learn from. We are under a lot of pressure.
When is it happening? Next month? That's impossible. Why weren't we notified of this?
Clearly we should have been. I have only just been given the action plan.
An action plan?
Here, you can read it yourself. It simply outlines the reasons for this change and the expected outcome with suggestions about how it might be implemented within the particular time scale.
This schedule is going to be difficult to meet. It suggests here that we redistribute the books to other floors and seal up the stock boxes all within 4 weeks. How can we do that?
Don't panic. It is going to be tough, but we can manage. I have asked the manager to lend us all of the temporary or part-time staff from the other floors to help us to move the stock. We will have to monitor it though, and still record the sales of our book titles.
Why do we need a refurbishment anyway? It's fine as it is.
Every business has to embrace change if it wants to stay ahead of its competitors. And we are competing with newer bookstores, offering coffee shops and generally brighter spaces for people to browse in. My only real concern here is that we are being asked to shrink the stock to make space for couches and browsing tables.
Actually, the ideas here look good. I think it will be a nicer space to work in, and if the sections are smaller, they'll be easier to manage.
That's my other concern. You see, I'm afraid that the manager may think that we don't need so many staff for each floor. There has been talk of a flexible staffing plan.
What does that mean?
Basically, temporary or part-time staff will move around the shop and work on whichever floors are busiest each day.
Well, that sounds good too. It's more interesting for the part-time staff.
What about the times of year when all of the floors are busy? We will be the last to get the staff.
I see your point. So, apart from having a nicer environment to work in, what's in it for us? Do we have a say in this refurbishment?
The decisions have already been taken by head office. We have to manage the change as effectively as possible. And I suggest that we organize a meeting with the store manager and suggest an adjusted timescale for achieving change.
Okay.
如果刚刚各位很注意听啊，很想弄清楚他到底要什么样的这个表达，或者是用什么样的意思，用什么样的说法，那可能各位现在头脑可能有一点过热了哈，所以我们先休息一下，再回来看看刚刚他们用到的一些重要的单词跟片语。好，现在我们就来看一看刚刚那个对话里面所用到的一些单字跟片语哈，了解一下它们的意义，还有它们的使用方法哈，学习一下它们的例句。
Afoot, afoot.
计划中或者正在发生当中，
Changes are afoot.
改变正在进行当中或者正在计划当中。
There are plans afoot to increase taxation.
政府正在计划增税。
To undergo, to undergo.
经历哈，或者是动手术的那个动，我们就用这一个动词。
The city has undergone a complete transformation recently.
这个城市近来完全脱胎换骨。
His father underwent major surgery last year.
他父亲去年动了大手术啊，各位看到那 surgery 没有任何的冠词。
Refurbishment, refurbishment.
装修，
The hotel is closed for refurbishment.
旅馆暂停营业进行装修。
End result, end result.
最后的结果，
We were very pleased with the end result of the negotiation.
我们对于谈判的最终结果很满意。
Implication, implication.
可能的影响或后果，
We must consider the wider implications of our actions.
我们一定要考虑我们行动可能造成的各种影响。
Notice, notice.
事前的通知，
Thank you for agreeing to come on such short notice.
临时通知，您还同意了过来，非常感谢。
Pressure, pressure.
压力，
I was under pressure from my parents to become a doctor.
我受到父母的压力，希望我当医生。
Teenagers or even adults may find it difficult to resist peer pressure.
青少年甚至成人，可能都会觉得很难抵抗同侪压力。
Clearly, clearly.
明显地，显然，
The accident was clearly the bus driver's fault.
车祸很明显地是公车司机的错。
To implement, to implement.
实施，
The changes to the national health system will be implemented next month.
全民健保的改变将于下个月实施。
Particular, particular.
特定的，
There is one particular client I'd like you to meet.
有这么一位客户，我希望你认识。
Is there a particular type of book you enjoy?
你有喜欢特定某一类的书吗？
Time scale. Time scale.
时程表，
What's the time scale for the project?
这个计划的时程表为何？
We hope the negotiations will be completed within a 3-month time scale.
我们希望谈判能在3个月之内完成。
To redistribute. To redistribute.
重新分配，
Wealth should be redistributed from the rich to the poor.
财富应该从富人手中重新分配给穷人。
To panic. To panic.
慌张，
Don't panic, we'll get you out.
别慌，我们会救你出来。
The sound of gunfire panicked the crowd.
枪声让群众陷入惊慌。
Tough. Tough.
艰苦，不容易。
The company is going through a tough time at the moment.
公司此刻正经历一段艰苦时期。
The president faces the toughest test of his leadership so far.
总统正面临至今在领导上最艰困的考验。
To monitor. To monitor.
监视，
My doctor told me to monitor my cholesterol levels.
医生要我注意胆固醇数值。
To embrace. To embrace.
拥抱，欣然接受。
It was hardly surprising that such countries will embrace capitalist ideas.
这种国家会拥抱资本主义思想，一点也不让人例外。
To stay ahead of. To stay ahead of.
领先，
We need to stay ahead of the competition and continue to meet and exceed customer expectations.
我们必须在竞争中领先，持续满足并超越顾客的期待。
Competitor. Competitor.
竞争者，
Last year, they sold twice as many smartphones as their competitors.
去年他们卖出的智慧型手机是竞争对手的2倍。
To compete. To compete.
竞争，
It's difficult for a small supermarket to compete with major national supermarket chains.
一间小小的超市很难和全国性的连锁超市竞争。
Generally. Generally.
一般而言，
The proposal has received a generally favorable reaction.
一般对此提案的反应都算正面。
Bright. Bright.
明亮的，
The lights are too bright in here. They're hurting my eyes.
这里的灯太亮了，刺眼。
We feel we have a bright future ahead of us.
我们觉得前途光明。
To browse. To browse.
浏览，
I was browsing through magazines at the bookstore when I saw her.
我在书店翻杂志的时候看到了他。
Couch. Couch.
沙发，
Steve offered to sleep on the couch.
Steve 说他可以睡沙发。
Basically. Basically.
基本上，
Basically, she's just lazy.
基本上呢，他只是懒。
Well, basically, it's a matter of fact.
这个嘛，基本上这是面子问题。
All cheeses are made in basically the same way.
所有的起司基本上做法都相同。好， 这个生字蛮多的哈，不过其实我们在绘画或者是在写作里面，其实最重要的就是要学会很多的单字，并且了解它的用法。那我们现在呢，先休息一下，我们等一下回来看看这些生字里面，我们找几个更重要、最重要的字出来，好强调它的用法。那我们先休息一下。好，在焦点用法这一部分呢，我们会把刚刚在对话里面出现过的一些非常非常重要、很常用的字啊，或者是片语等等的拿出来，特别我们再强化一下，告诉各位他们这些字词怎么样使用。
Great. Great.
这个是用来表示赞同对方的常用的一种说法。那各位记得这个把它念得清楚一点，对方比较感觉到你那个愉悦的感觉啊。所以你不要很糊弄的说 great 啊，你要讲 great 啊，对方都知道说哦，你觉得这个主意不错。
Let's eat out tonight.
Great, I'll get my coat 啊，这是 B 很兴奋啊，听哦我们要晚上出去吃饭，好啊我赶快去拿我的外套，咱们走吧。
Excellent.
那 excellent 跟 great 在这里用法也是一样，好，那也是记得要把它念清楚一点。那同样的还有其他的用法，意思差不多。
Marvelous.
这也是表示很棒，好啊。
Brilliant.
这也是一样 ，brilliant 啊 ，brilliant 一样要把它念清楚，这也是表示太棒了，好，表示同意的意思。
That's good news, isn't it?
啊，这个是好消息，不是吗？好，那注意那个 isn't it？ 好，这个是后面你可以尾音上扬，表示你不是很有把握。你如果尾音下降的话，你表示你比较有把握。That's good news, isn't it？ 啊，那就表示你很有把握，它是 good news。
What are the implications?
好，那在这里呢，各位要记得，这 implications 它的其实动词的形式是 imply， 但是在这里 implication 不是暗示的意思，它是指一个 possible future effect， 或者是 result of an action， 啊，或者是 event， 或者是 decision， 表示一个影响啊、决定啊，或者一个事件在未来产生的可能的后果或影响。
The development of the area will have implications for the surrounding countryside.
开发这个地区会对周边的乡间产生一些影响。
Obviously, we are very concerned about the implications for our business.
当然喽，我们很关心这件事情对我们生意的影响。
Notice.
这个字呢，它是表示事前的通知，这个时候它是个不可数名词。
Prices may be altered without notice.
价格可能会调整，但是不会另行通知。啊，各位注意，这 notice 前面并没有任何的冠词。
The gym is closed until further notice.
好 ，until further notice 就是静候通知的意思，所以这里的意思就是健身中心呢暂时的关闭了，那重新开放的时间静待通知。
Please try to give us 2 weeks' notice.
好，请尽量在事前2个礼拜通知我们。
To get somebody or something ready.
是让某人准备好，或者是把某个事情准备好。
I'm trying to get myself ready physically and mentally.
我正努力在心理和生理方面都要做好准备。
Try to get yourself ready by picturing what it's going to be like.
试着想象一下，到时候会是什么样的情况，这让自己可以做好准备。
We are under a lot of pressure.
这表示我们正承受很大的压力啊。那这里面要注意的这一个片语哈 ，to be under a lot of pressure 就表示处于很大的压力当中。那如果要表达这个压力的来源的话，我们可以加一个 from 啊 ，to be under a lot of pressure from 什么什么。
We are under a lot of pressure from our supervisor.
我们受到主管很大的压力。
He was under a lot of pressure to succeed.
这个就是如果你是有很大的压力要去做某件事情，我们后面加一个 to， 就好像在这个句子里面的 to succeed。所以这句话意思就是说，我们有很大的压力要成功。
That's impossible.
这个是断然拒绝别人的说法哈，但是这个是其实是相当强的一个说法。That's impossible， 你讲的是不可能的事情啊，所以通常对主管来讲的话，最好是不要这样讲，因为主管告诉你干嘛，你跟他说不可能啊，那语气是有点太凶悍了。那底下有几种说法，它会比较柔和一点、缓和一点。例如，我们看看这个说法。
That's not going to be easy.
这个就比较和缓一点了。
That's a bit difficult.
有一点困难哦，哈，这都比 That's impossible 和缓多了。
My only real concern here is that
好，那这样一个说法后面可以接一个子句，表示我真正比较担心的，好，我认为比较重要的、在乎的是什么事情？
My only concern is that a larger company may offer a better price.
我唯一担心的是呢，大一点的公司可能会提供或给更好的价钱。那这个地方 is 后面呢，也可以接其他连接词来带领一个名词子句出来。例如，我们看看这一个句子。
My only concern is what effect her behavior will have on the children.
好，所以各位看到这个 is 后面接的是 what 所连接出来的一个子句啊。那这一句话的意思就是说，我唯一担心的是他的行为对于小孩会有什么样的影响。
There has been talk of a flexible staffing plan.
好，那在这个句子里面呢，我们看到它的这个一个重要的用法哈 ，There has been talk of something 啊，那这样的一个说法呢，表示有人在说，在谈什么事情啊，就表示有这么一个说法在流传的意思。所以我们可以说表示有这样的耳语在流传啊。所以各位注意到这个说法 ，There has been talk of 名词，这表示有人在说的意思。
There has been talk of a movie version for a while.
听说要拍电影版啊，已经传了一阵子了。
There has been talk of reducing the defense budget.
好 ，the defense budget 就是国防预算。那各位注意到，看到这里，他讲到 there has been talk of， 这 of 后面接了一个动名词哈 ，reducing。那这个 of 后面当然要接名词，或者是如果要接动词的话，这个动词就自然要变成动名词啊。所以这句话意思就是说，有人在传啊，听说要把这国防预算要把它缩减啊，所以 reducing 记得它在用动名词的形式，因为它在 of 的后面。 好，那我们来看看下一个要介绍的用法是 apart from。
Apart from.
那就是除了什么什么之外，等于它有几种用法哈。它第一个用法就等于 except for 啊，除了的意思。
Apart from the ending, it's a pretty good film.
啊，除了结尾之外呢，这部电影还不错啦啊。换句话说，你对结尾不太满意。 好，那 apart from 另外一个用法呢，它等于 as well as 或者是 in addition to。
Apart from his earnings as a teacher, he also owns and runs a chain of cram schools.
哇哦，所以呢，除了他这个当老师的收入之外 ，earnings 哈，他还怎么样呢？他还拥有而且经营一家连锁补习班 ，a chain of cram school 就是cram schools 就是连锁补习班。 好，我们再来看看第11个用法。
What's in it for us?
我们有什么好处呢？啊，注意这个它的音调怎么样说？
What's in it for me?
那对我有什么好处呢？你讲的这么好，那对我有什么好处呢？我可以得到什么呢？
What's in it for our company?
这个是在公司的立场来讲，对于我们公司这件事情这样子，对我们有什么好处呢？这很实用的一个句子。
Do we have a say in this refurbishment?
好，在这一次的这个refurbishment 这个装修里面，我们有没有什么智慧的权利呢？我们有没有什么说话的机会呢？我们有没有什么表达意见的空间等等的，叫做 Do we have a say in 什么什么？所以这个 say 类似中文里面讲的智慧的空间或者表达意见的机会。
I have the final say.
好，那这句话意思就是说，最后一个说话的人是我，最后一个表达意见的人是我。换句话说，我就是最后决定的人。I have the final say.
I have no say in the matter.
这相对来讲，对在这件事情里面呢，我是没有智慧的空间，我没有表达意见的机会。I have no say.
People want a greater say in government policy making.
在政府制定政策方面呢，人们希望能够有一个比较大的表达意见的机会或者空间。哈，They want a greater say。注意那个 a 啊，可以数的。
We had no say in the decision to sell the company.
在卖掉公司这件事情上面呢，我们是没有表达表达意见的机会。那 decision 后面那个 to sell the company 就是修饰 decision。好，那现在呢，我们就再看一次我们的绘画啊。那在这里呢，我们先跟各位说声再见，希望大家学习愉快。那我们就再看一段这次绘画。
Hi, Sarah. What's up?
Changes are afoot. The store is undergoing a complete refurbishment.
Great. That's good news, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure the end result will be good, but it means we have a lot of work to do and we have to plan for change.
What are the implications?
Well, they are going to begin with our floor and work down a floor at a time. That means that we have the least amount of notice in which to get everything ready, and we will make mistakes that the other floors will learn from. We are under a lot of pressure.
When is it happening? Next month? That's impossible. Why weren't we notified of this?
Clearly we should have been. I have only just been given the action plan.
An action plan?
Here, you can read it yourself. It simply outlines the reasons for this change and the expected outcome with suggestions about how it might be implemented within the particular time scale.
This schedule is going to be difficult to meet. It suggests here that we redistribute the books to other floors and seal up the stock boxes all within 4 weeks. How can we do that?
Don't panic. It is going to be tough, but we can manage. I have asked the manager to lend us all of the temporary or part-time staff from the other floors to help us to move the stock. We will have to monitor it though, and still record the sales of our book titles.
Why do we need a refurbishment anyway? It's fine as it is.
Every business has to embrace change if it wants to stay ahead of its competitors. And we are competing with newer bookstores, offering coffee shops and generally brighter spaces for people to browse in. My only real concern here is that we are being asked to shrink the stock to make space for couches and browsing tables.
Actually, the ideas here look good. I think it will be a nicer space to work in, and if the sections are smaller, they'll be easier to manage.
That's my other concern. You see, I'm afraid that the manager may think that we don't need so many staff for each floor. There has been talk of a flexible staffing plan.
What does that mean?
Basically, temporary or part-time staff will move around the shop and work on whichever floors are busiest each day.
Well, that sounds good too. It's more interesting for the part-time staff.
What about the times of year when all of the floors are busy? We will be the last to get the staff.
I see your point. So, apart from having a nicer environment to work in, what's in it for us? Do we have a say in this refurbishment?
The decisions have already been taken by head office. We have to manage the change as effectively as possible. And I suggest that we organize a meeting with the store manager and suggest an adjusted timescale for achieving change.
Okay.